Right now on Up with KREM, COVID cases surging in the inland Northwest. Now local hospitals are pausing some surgeries.
In my mind, I've never crossed the line with anyone.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo resigns amid a sexual harassment scandal. Who could take his place as the state's first female governor?
An excessive heat warning is in place across much of the inland Northwest. Temperatures up near 100 degrees, but the good news is there is an end in sight.
As we head back to school, parents are being warned of a school supply shortage coming this fall. This morning, where you can find some for free in Spokane.
Up with KREM starts right now.
Well, the heat is back in the inland Northwest, and we've had a couple days off from the extreme heat, but it is returning.
And we aren't the only part of the country that's actually going through it right now. According to the National Weather Service, over half of the population is either under a heat advisory or an excessive heat warning.
Wow. Okay, so it's going to be very hot pretty much all across the country. Hey there, friends. Glad to have you here with us on Up with KREM on this Wednesday. Let's get outside to meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. He's been keeping us informed and prepared all week long, and the day is finally here. Jeremy, just how hot are we talking today?
Miserable.
Miserable. Wow.
Yeah. That's, I mean, if we're going on the hot scale, when you're in an excessive heat warning, that's the reason it's an excessive heat warning. Now, those heat advisories all the way out to the East Coast and through the central U.S., that's for heat and humidity. We don't have that humidity with ours, but we're still hot. It's those real temperatures actually getting up to where there feels like or heat indices will be later today. We'll just be that warm. Right now we're at 66 degrees, and this is as cold as we are going to get this morning. Air quality sits at moderate 56 on the AQI still. We're going to keep a close eye on this. Likely hovers around there through much of the day. Tomorrow mainly moderate as well, but overnight it's likely we see a little bit of smoke move through the inland Northwest. Some of that kind of lingers overnight. There's a bunch of quails running around. They're actually just running right off the edge of the camera. I wish I could show you right now, but I can't. All right. Excessive heat warnings in place Wednesday to Saturday. That's highs in the upper 90s and low 100s. Bye, little quails. It's so cute. All right. We've got nothing but sunshine, nothing forecast. We got a couple of stray clouds right now, a little bit of smoke hanging low in the atmosphere, and that is really about it. Taking it hour by hour, this one is where it breaks down quite, it tells the story. By 8 o'clock, we're up in the 70s. By 9 o'clock, we're up in the mid 70s. By the time we hit 11, we're already up near 90. By noon, we are in the 90s, and by this afternoon, we're up near 100. And this is just the start. We have even more heat coming up in the forecast, and I'll walk you through how hot we get and how long it sticks around.
Well, all this week we've been talking about the rise of COVID-19 cases across the inland Northwest, and health experts are saying it's all because of this Delta variant.
Yeah, right now hospitals in Washington and Idaho are taking precautionary steps to stop the spread. Nicole Hernandez joining us now live. Nicole, what changes are we seeing at local hospitals?
Yeah, guys, so those hospitals in both Washington and Idaho are saying that they're actually pausing non-emergency surgeries at this point to help with what they're dealing with this surge of COVID-19 cases. So both Providence Sacred Heart and Multicare has announced yesterday that they are doing this pause on elective surgeries. So the hospitals are saying that they are low on resources from this new wave of cases. Providence doesn't know how long surgeries will be delayed right now. A spokesperson says that they will try to let patients know that their surgeries are being postponed as soon as possible by calling them. Non-emergency surgeries are for conditions that are not life-threatening. So if you have any questions about an upcoming surgery, you should call your healthcare provider. In a statement to KREM, Providence wrote in part, quote, "We realize that all procedures and surgeries are very important to patients, and we will work with each patient on a case-by-case basis to reschedule and provide necessary care." Now, according to the Spokane Regional Health District, 116 people are hospitalized in Spokane with the virus right now. There's also 277 new cases in our area. These are numbers that we haven't seen for in quite a while, but 50.5% of Spokane County ages 12 or older are actually fully vaccinated. So across state lines now, Kootenai Health has also postponed some non-emergency surgeries. Hospital leaders also said it would be tightening visitor restrictions there as well. Patients will be allowed 1 visitor per day in inpatient areas and the emergency department. Birth center mothers may also have a doula. Pediatric patients may have 2 parents or guardians, and patients who are in end-of-life care may have 4 visitors in a 24-hour period. The hospital also extended COVID-19 testing center hours. The Panhandle Health District is reporting 106 new coronavirus cases, with 72 people hospitalized with the virus right now. So if you're interested in looking over that information for yourself, you can actually text the word surgery to 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link with everything we have. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
It's time now for your morning rush. More news in less time.
The defense attorney for Caleb Sharp, the accused Freeman High School shooter, wants to change his plea from not guilty to not guilty by reason of insanity. Nearly 4 years ago, the suspect admitted to shooting at students and staff in Freeman High School's hallway. Now, killed a student and injured several others. Sharp admitted to being responsible for the shootings to investigators, but then pleaded not guilty. A criminal lawyer in Spokane tells us this new plea can be challenging.
When someone raises insanity, what they're saying is I have a issue that may be a mental defect, or it may be some condition that I was under at the time. I could not perceive the nature and the seriousness of what it was I was doing.
The change of plea hearing is scheduled for Friday, August 20th. His trial has been delayed multiple times. It is currently set for January next year. You can read more about a clinical neuropsychologist and what he has to say about the shooter's condition on KREM.com.
The arraignment for the man accused of luring a child in Coeur d'Alene has been postponed. 42-year-old John Randolph is charged with enticing a child after he approached a 10-year-old boy near Coeur d'Alene Parasail last week. Randolph allegedly told the boy he was his father. That's when the boy got scared and ran to Parasail employees, where Randolph also told them that he was the boy's father. Child enticement is a misdemeanor in Idaho, so if charged, Randolph could spend a maximum of 6 months in jail and get a $1,000 fine.
New court documents describe the conditions investigators found of 39 roosters and hens. They were seized by the Spokane County Regional Animal Protection Service earlier this month. Now, we do want to warn you that this story contains details of animal cruelty. According to the documents, the birds were surgically altered for fighting. Several roosters were missing combs and wattles, and some had their spurs, which are part of the rooster's foot, cut off. We do know that all of the animals seized in this case are doing well. And so far, there have been no arrests in this case. Scraps is asking anyone with information to call or email them at the number there at the bottom of your screen.
All right, that's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's going on in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo resigning amid harassment allegations. What lies ahead for the governor next? And a new community garden is making it possible to grow your own fruits and veggies, even if you don't have a yard. We'll introduce you to the man who started it.
And of course, we're going to take you outside. Temperatures on the rise. We're up near 100 degrees as we head into the weekend. It's a warm one. We likely see a little more smoke in the atmosphere. Right now, we sit at moderate. Tomorrow, we likely sit at moderate through much of the day, but watch what happens overnight tonight. We'll get a push of smoke coming in from wildfires up in Canada, and it will get a bit smoky, but by the time you wake up early Thursday, it's already cleared out, and it looks like we see blue skies in the afternoon.
And before we go to break, we want to say a happy birthday to our anchor, Channing Curtis.
Thanks.
It is her birthday today, and we want to take this moment to wish her a happy birthday. She's in a new city, starting a new job, and we just want to make sure she feels loved on this day because she's just wonderful. And we are so glad to have you here, Channing.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Jeremy. I love being here. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, the teleprompter had a little bit of a script, but we wanted to surprise you. So this morning we brought in Channing a lot of donuts and got her the bun cake.
Yes.
And so we are giving her and spoiling her with all what the Inland Northwest has to offer.
That's right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You can wish Channing a happy birthday wish by texting us 509-448-2000.